What if my past is too messy for God? First and foremost, Jesus, he never uses what ifs. So you can just reject what if questions and be with Jesus now. But here's this question: what if my past is too messy for God? Well, let me ask you this. What does an adulterer, a liar, a murderer, a person possessed all have in common? What they all have in common is God used those people and built salvation history through them. You have David, who was a murderer and an adulterer. You have Moses, who was a murderer. You have Abraham, who was a doubter. You have St. Peter, who was a denier. You have Mary Magdalene, who was possessed by 7 demons. Yet God built salvation history through them, not because of their sins, not because of their weaknesses, not because of their failures. God built salvation history through them because they had faith and they let God be God. There's so many people in this world. You probably see them on TV or movies or Instagram where they look flawless and they look perfect and their life is amazing. But there is no hint that they're letting God be God. There's no hint that they have faith in the God of the universe, in Jesus Christ. God only has flawed instruments to work with, and he works with and through you to build salvation history and to make you into a saint that you're called to be. All of the saints had weaknesses. All of the saints had flaws. But the key thing that all of them had is they let God be God. That they were able to say from the depths of their heart, God, you are God, and I am not. And they remain faithful in Jesus Christ in the midst of their weaknesses. That's why, for us as Catholics, and for most of the world, the people of the Old Testament and the New Testament, the saints, are way more relatable and way more attractive than the pagan gods, than perfect Zeus, perfect Aphrodite. That early Christians, they were so attracted to the people of the Old Testament and to the saints because they were weak and they weren't quote unquote perfect as the pagan gods, as Zeus and Ares and Aphrodite and all those perfect deities. That's why for the early Christians, the pagan religions and the pagan mythology, Hercules and Zeus and Aphrodite and Ares, were not relatable and they were not attractive because they were totally perfect and flawless. But they were attracted to the heroes of the Old Testament, the heroes of the communion of saints. And same for us. In modernity, we're attracted to the flawless, the perfectly beautiful, the amazingly successful. Or are we actually drawn to the people who were weak and flawed, who kept seeing God as God and never stopped saying yes to God? So to answer the question, you're not too far gone. You're not too flawed. Jesus wants to use you now. He wants to love you now. All we have to do is let God be God. And to have faith in him, keep saying yes. You are called to be a saint. You're called to be holy. Love you, praying for you. This is Spirit Juice. Peace. You know those questions that are tricky questions about the faith that really stir the pot? I want those. Send it to askapriest@spiritjuice.org and you might be featured on the next episode. Spirit Juice got answers. Peace.